How about this song? Have you heard it? This song is entitled Iyarig Taka. Iyarig Taka is again an Ibanag folk song. This song is metaphorical in a way that singers compare someone in a river or fruits of trees. Like the Talaguerta song, it is also a song that expresses love and desire. Oftentimes, Iyarig Taka is the response of a young lady to her suitor.
Biwag and Malana is a legendary epic of Cagayan as well as one of the most historical landmarks at the town. The story portrays the conflict between the two men, Biwag and Malana, in claiming the love of the beautiful young lady from Tuaw. Because of this conflict, they ended up fighting each other using their supernatural powers. However, at the end, Biwag showed his cowardliness by using the help of the crocodile to beat Malana. But then, this reason led the young lady to choose Malana instead of him.
Let's proceed to Region 2, a region on which the provinces are tagged as Sanctuary of Nature's Splendor, Aurora, History Hub of Central Luzon, Bataan, Land of Heroes, Bulacan, Rice Bowl of the Philippines, Nueva Ecija, Culinary Center of the Philippines, Pampanga, Melting Pot of Central Luzon, Tarlac, and Wreck Diving Capital of the Philippines, Zambales.
Palawan, Bigan at Batanes, Subic pa.
Tupat is a literary piece that is originated from Pampanga and written by Juan Crisostomo Soto. It's a satirical piece which mock, ridicule the people who deny their own dialect. The piece is focused on the main character, Yeyeng, who claims to forget how to speak her native dialect after learning and using the English language. However, at the end of the story, it's proven that one can never turn his back to where she came from and can never forget her own dialect.
Walang Sugat was first published in 1898. The play is about the injustices received by Filipinos from the Spanish colonial rules, including the oppression of Filipino prisoners by Spanish friars. Walang Sugat is also a love story. It features the romance and love affair between Tenyong and Julia. Towards the end of the Philippine Revolution against the Spaniards, Tenyong left Julia to become a revolutionary as a Katipunan member. During Tenyong's absence, Julia continuously receives pressure from her mother to marry Miguel, a wealthy man. The wedding of Julia and Miguel was interrupted by the arrival of Tenyong. Tenyong was dying due to wounds obtained while in battle. Tenyong mentioned his dying wish to Julia. Walang Sugat features an unexpected twist presenting how Tenyong, the hero of the play, is able to outwit the persons who were trying to separate him from his beloved Julia. Cordillera Administrative Region is surrounded by mountains. It is completely landlocked region in the central mountains of northern Luzon. The region is located on and around the Cordillera mountain ranges, which are the largest in the Philippines. The Cordillera Administrative Region boasts the second highest mountain in the Philippines, Mount Pulag and the Banawe Rice Terraces, one of the man-made wonders of the world. Now, let's climb the mountainous provinces in Cordillera Administrative Region where the colorful cultures of the Balots, Kalingas, and other Cordilleran tribes are portrayed in their literary pieces.
In this region is the wedding dance. The Wedding Dance by Amador Daggio is almost always interpreted as a love story between two married couples, Awiyaw and Lumnay. Most readers thought this story focuses on how Lumnay sacrificed her happiness for the one she loved, on how painful the story of Lumnay and Awiyaw ended, and on how true love does not always have a happy ending.
The Giantes and the Three Children is written by Maria Luis Aguilar Carino. The piece tells a story between a selfish Giantes named Becat and the three wise children. It narrates how the three children outwitted the Giantes in order to survive and live. Basically, the story portrays that the size of a person does not determine the strength of the character.
The term Tagalog is believed to have been derived from Taga-Ilog, meaning people who live by the river.
Halika, biyahe tayo nang ating makita ang ganda ng Pilipinas, ang galing.
Urbana at Felisa is written in the 19th century by the priest named Modesto de Castro. In the piece, the sending and receiving of letters between Urbana and Felisa never really happens. Actually, there's no sender and receiver of the letters. The writer made use only of the letters to give lessons in life and advices.
Ang kwento ni Mabuti is another literary piece from Tagalog region. The story revolved around the life of a good teacher. She was named after her expression Mabuti, which portrays her optimistic towards life. She is an epitome of values inside the school, but a poor mistress in her personal life. No matter how despaired Mabuti is, she managed to be a good teacher, and students always draw inspiration from her.
Tara na, biyahe tayo kasama ang pamilya, barkada at buong grupo para
The barong-barong was a symbol of strength and honor. It is shown in the poem that Filipinos remained whole in spirit, not giving up easily on life and its bitterness. Instead, Filipinos were strong enough to stand in the midst of crisis and start from scratch.
This region is located at the southernmost end of the main island of Luzon. Bicol has 6 provinces, 4 on Luzon and 2 island provinces. Bicol is most famous and well known for Mount Mayon.
One of the literary pieces in this region is To the Man I Married. It is written by Angela Manalang Gloria. To the Man I Married expresses how much the writer loves and needs her husband. Reading closely the poem, it portrays intense love that transcends over time and boundaries. The Ignorant Poor Man and the Priest. The piece is all about a man who literally internalized what he heard from one of the sermons of the priest, making him an ignorant person. For he believed that God will provide all what he asked in his prayers without an action.
Visayas is located literally in the middle of the Philippines. It is made up of lots of islands, all of which are absolutely delightful. It also boasts the Philippines' #1 travel destination, Boracay.
Letter to Pedro, also called Pete, is is written by Rene Escuela Amper. The persona or the letter writer of the poem has laid in place the setting that is surely rural in nature. The persona paints a picture of a quiet provincial town where as children, he and Pedro, the one to whom the persona's letter is addressed, had great role-licking adventures. However, all of these had changed differently the way it was before, as stated implicitly and explicitly in the book.
Mindanao Island is the second largest island in the Philippines. It is tagged as Mindanao Island Exotic Paradise in the South. How about its literary pieces? Let's find out.
Audio Jungle.
Mindanao, the origin of its name, is a literary piece that tells about the legend of Mindanao. It is believed that Mindanao got its name when Balaos and Balaas had finally found a lake, and they shouted from each other from the peak of the mountain to let each other know the good news. The shout between the brothers, Amindanao Dini, Amindanao Dini, is heard by everybody who was still alive at that time. And when the Spaniards came, they asked the people the name of the place. They heard the people say, Amindanao Dini. And so, the Spaniards thinking that this was the answer to their question. And so, they named the place Mindanao.
Audio Jungle.
Durian legend is a story on how durian fruit is originated. This story is all about the old and ugly king named Barumay who lived in a kingdom called Kalinan at Visayas region 100 years ago. Although he was powerful, he was helpless in winning the heart of her young bride, Madayo Baifo, the daughter of King Tageb, king of the pirates. The durian fruit has its own main role in this story in winning the heart of Madayo Baifo.
Audio Jungle.
Amira is written by May Monteclaro Roca. This poem expresses how restless the mother in thinking about her infant child whom she abandoned. She is haunted by the memories of the Kus and cries of her child. However, she cannot do anything but to feel the pain of not seeing her child growing.
The scent of apples in this story evolved in the low-playing type of jobs that Filipinos had to take when they found other jobs. Picking fruits was one type of their job. The literal scent of apples indicates the profession of the worker who spends all his time in the orchard picking apples. In this story, there are three identified symbolic meanings of the title, Scent of Apples. These meanings are exile, loneliness, and isolation, which the main character Fabio always feels when he smells the scent of apples.